Hi, I'm Tommy. I'm the lead artist and performer in The Queen of the North. I'm a male with glasses, brown hair, wearing a brown t-shirt and jean shorts. Last year, I came up with another show called My Dear Aunt Nell, and me and my director Scott, who's also directing this piece of theatre, went to the market for lunch, and we went to buy a pie from John the Pie Man, and Scott tried to pay on his card, and when he paid, it turned into a bit of a farce of trying to pay for this card for like 15 minutes, and Stott turned to me and said, I think we should make a show about this market, and kind of the seed was kind of put in my brain. So when the commission came up for Make New Work, and there was a proclamation of money, I knew that I could relate the two, and there was something about that I really liked. There was also lots about like working class narratives in that proclamation, and I loved the connection between money, market, and kind of working class narratives, and how they kind of intersect and kind of splice into each other. So I'm working with, actually, I'm probably the only Southern voice on the show, which is really important. We've got some people that obviously they're in London, but a lot of the team. So our producer Beth Sittick is from Leeds originally. Our director Scott is from Bromley. We're working with some amazing creatives up this way as well. So we're working with Cy Cole, who lives in the Teesside region, who's our projection and AV designer. Lou Herbert, who is a Leeds set and costume designer, and Matthew Tuckey, who is from Newcastle originally. And it's all kind of coming together in terms of like me being the Southern voice with that kind of South and North divide. So in the show, I realised halfway through that I fucked things up, and I completely need to start the show again. You can't really know why I fucked the show up. You'll have to come and see it for that. But yeah, there's kind of two shows in one, and there's this kind of narrative of perception, and then how perception changes, and how that kind of looks different in the second half. I'm a disabled performer and a lead artist, and so disability-led performance is really important in my work. This show has captioning integrated into the projection design. It's also a relaxed performance. All my performances always are, so which means you can react, stim, swear, move in the space, come and go as you wish. There's also a breakout space in the arc that the front of house team would direct you to. We've also got audio description built into the show as well, and so hopefully it's kind of a show that kind of deals with accessibility in kind of a fun way. I often think access, the best way to deal with it is in a fun, playful way, because that fits into our bodies the best. I've been working with the community since January, and it has been, I did a bit of community work last year when I came up with My Dear Aunt Nell, and then this year it was kind of a bit more of a heavy, kind of different pizza parties and market trader focus groups and talking to people and chatting away, and so it's been a real eye-opener to find out like what the issues are in the community, and what the community really want a piece of theatre to be about. I'm really passionate about how working class voices are portrayed into theatre. Often they're in kind of a really negative light. We don't often hear about happy stories from a working class perspective, and so I've been really trying to remember that into the piece, and also think about what the Teesside community really want to say and have their voices represented really well in a piece of theatre that kind of feels very Teesside at the same time. Stockton Market means to me is a chance to reconnect with something from my childhood. We used to go shopping quite a lot at Romford Market, which is a market down in Essex, and that's slowly been gentrified over the years. And so when I first came to Stockton, it was almost a chance to kind of reconnect from something that I loved about my childhood, but also that magic that a market used to have for me, and that magical atmosphere that you kind of get from being around stalls that sell very different things, from like a mattress to a pie to a kebab through to cards or poppers, and it's got a real mix of kind of it, and it really makes me remember my childhood and perhaps the working class memories of my childhood in a positive light and something a bit more happier than perhaps how I kind of perceive it to be.